There's still time left to back Crimson Wren. Go to shopclownfish.com. Also, check out the new Clownfish Studios pins. Very cool stuff. We just got it in. Help support the channel. Now on with the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to talk about how things are getting real at Twitter this week. Things are getting hardcore. Elon Musk is firing more people for basically calling him out in public or calling him out in the company's Slack channel. So a lot of people outraged that the boss would fire you for mocking the boss in a company-run Slack channel. Yeah, you know, most companies would do that. Most companies also wouldn't give you free lunch. Most companies would not give you virtually unlimited mental health days. I mean, he's just basically going to run Twitter like every other company is being run, right? And people are freaking out because Twitter's been coddled for quite some time. Now, weirdly enough, TikTok is going to be hiring like 1,000 more people in the Bay Area, and I guarantee you a lot of the Twitter refugees are going to go to TikTok, which means TikTok is probably going to get even more insane, but it might also get a lot less productive than it is already. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Check out clownshishtv.com for more pop culture news, objective-based pop culture news. This is coming from the New York Post. Elon Musk is ordering Twitter workers to commit hardcore this week or you get fired. You get fired. Musk has reportedly given an ultimatum to workers: commit to a hardcore Twitter or leave the company. If you're sure that you want to be part of the new Twitter, please click yes on the link below. Musk told employees in an email that was sent to them Wednesday morning. The existence of the email was reported by the Washington Post. Of course, Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos, who is a rival of Elon Musk. This is like watching Glomgold and Scrooge McDuck go at it. But that's basically what's going on here. Those who failed to sign the pledge by 5 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday were told they'd be dismissed with 3 months of severance pay. It's a pretty good deal. All things considered, that's a pretty good deal. Musk told employees that Twitter will need to be extremely hardcore moving forward, according to the message. This will mean working long hours at high intensity, he said. Only exceptional performance will constitute a passing grade. The ultimatum comes as Musk, consumed with the fear that disloyal employees will sabotage the platform, reportedly ordered senior Twitter staff to comb through internal Slack chats to identify disloyal employees to fire, according to the insider. Most bosses would do that. I'm sorry, most bosses would do that. If you're using company email to dunk on the boss, you know, why should you have somebody on your payroll that obviously doesn't like you very much, that could potentially sabotage the company, that could potentially, destroy it from within or attempt to destroy it from within? And you can't tell me that there aren't people that would be perfectly happy to stay at Twitter, having watched their friends get terminated for basically being lazy in a lot of cases, that wouldn't love to just, park it on Twitter and cause as much damage as they could before moving on to something else on their own terms. And you got to kind of identify that and stop it. In response, Twitter employees are scrambling to delete Slack messages and emoji reactions that could be interpreted as critical of Musk, giving him a reason to fire them, according to the Platformer blog. A Twitter employee told Insider that those who have been fired likely left unflattering messages and posts in an internal Slack channel called Social Water Cooler, where workers often congregated online to gossip about the company. One employee speculated that Musk read the messages in the channel and demanded anyone even mildly critical of him be fired. Nick Morgan, a former software engineer at Twitter, said he was let go by the company. He assumes it was because of the messages he wrote on Slack. I've heard the same thing has happened to many others. He tweeted, Musk has fired as many as 20 software engineers and developers at Twitter after they were discovered to have criticized management. Now, why do comic book publishers and Hollywood studios let people out there to do damage and, dunk on people and shit on the studios and whatever? And, why aren't they reining their people in? Why aren't they reining their people in? Since assuming ownership of Twitter a few weeks ago, Musk has cleaned house, initially laying off half of the company's staff. The layoffs coincide with the chaotic rollout of the Blue Verified feature, which Twitter users were invited to pay $8 for. Now they're pushing it back till November 29th or something. One impersonate. They're talking about the impersonation. They said that the worst was actually Eli Lilly. It caused their stock to drop because they said that they were going to give away insulin now. And they shouldn't have to charge that much for insulin anyway. That's my personal opinion. It doesn't cost that much to make. According to Platformer, some engineers who were recently fired by the company had expressed sympathy for 3 of their former colleagues who were dismissed after publicly criticizing Musk. Eric Fraunhofer, Sasha Solomon, and Ben Lee. We're going to talk about this. Solomon announced Monday she was let go for shitposting. Lieb, who's also a software engineer, was let go the same day he took to Twitter to criticize Musk for having no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Don't tell the boss he doesn't know what he's talking about, even if he doesn't know what he's talking about. I've learned that the hard way myself. Musk purchased Twitter and vowed to alter its content moderation policy so it's more in line with his free speech absolutist ethics. Well, sort of, kind of, maybe. So yeah, they're talking about the Slack, but I want to talk about this. This is the one guy he got into it with. He appears to have fired a software engineer who argued with him on Twitter. And the public firing adds to what has already been a tumultuous run for Musk. This is Fraunhofer. Quote tweeted Musk's fired tweet late Monday morning. And his LinkedIn has been changed. And he got locked out of the system. Fraunhofer did not respond. I don't know, is it Fraunhofer? Did not respond to a request for comment. Twitter did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The apparent public firing adds to what has already been a tumultuous run for Musk. He laid off large chunks of the company's workforce. Basically what happened with this, and I did watch this go down, and he was dunking on Elon Musk for Musk criticizing the Android build, I believe, of Twitter. Musk said the app was super slow in many countries, and Fraunhofer said, I have spent 6 years working on Twitter, or working at Twitter for Android, and I can say this is wrong. Musk asked what he's done to fix it. And Fraunhofer offered a detailed explanation about the company's app, pointing to features that get little usage as well as tech debt, a term used by software engineers for when something is shipped quickly at the expense of making it efficient, and time spent waiting for network response. Amid the back and forth, Twitter user suggested Monday that Musk may not want Fraunhofer on your team. Musk responded, he's fired. So he fired him on Twitter because the guy pushed back and was kind of like, this is dog shit. I'm coming into the company. This is dog shit. The guy's like, I've worked on this for 6 years. And he's probably like, well, what'd you do to fix it? Gave him an excuse. He didn't want an excuse. And called him out in public and got fired. Any other company, you would be fired for less in a lot of cases. I've worked at some places that I actually would say that they were pretty decent places to work, but there was like a zero tolerance for sassing the boss. You don't sass the boss if you want to continue to work there. Now, if the boss is asking for input, you're having a meeting and they're like, hey, what can we do? That's fine. You march into the boss's office and make demands, or especially call them out in public and make them look stupid in public. You're going to get the horns. You're absolutely going to get the horns. So here, this comes from Insider. After Musk fired Twitter staff for criticizing him, some remaining employees are hurriedly deleting Slack messages they fear he won't like. There's an archive of all that. I mean, there is. We have a company Slack. We've got multiple company Slacks. And whoever the Slack owner is has access to archives of everything. It doesn't matter if you delete it or not. There's an archive of it someplace that you can get into if you want to. Twitter staff are removing Slack messages they fear Musk won't like. This comes after the tech mogul fired some Twitter staff for criticizing him. One software engineer said he thought he was fired for not showing 100% loyalty in Slack. Well, what are you going to do, So back to that other engineer, Solomon. Solomon said, you don't get to shit on our infra if you don't know what the fuck it does while you're also scrambling to rehire folks you laid off. He paid $44 billion for Twitter. He absolutely has the right to do that. It doesn't mean he's right, but he's the boss now. Like, they're not understanding. They don't understand that Elon Musk is their boss. Like, fundamentally, they do not understand this. I think they still think in some weird way that, like, the government is going to step in and save them, or, Parag Agrawal is going to come marching back in, be like, hey, psych, it was all a joke. This isn't true. This didn't actually happen. They don't understand that Elon Musk owns them now. He owns the company now. And if you don't like the way that he does things, you can leave or you can get gone. I think a lot of these people were going to leave anyway, given the reaction they had to the thought of Elon Musk taking over the platform. But man, this is crazy. Some workers said they thought they'd been let go for posting tweets critical of Musk for his decisions. Others said they weren't sure why they were fired. Supposedly, he fired about 24 employees. Current and former workers told Platformer that Musk was obsessed with the idea that Twitter could be sabotaged by the staff. Yeah, of course it could. Look, Twitter is rotten to the core. It's garbage in, garbage out. I guess that's my engineering term. Garbage in, garbage out. Twitter has become a safe space for activists and people who have no problem sabotaging your company. And it should be a lesson learned to company owners not to let these people dictate the terms of their employment. We're seeing this in comics too. We saw it with Image Comics. They were trying to threaten Image Comics, office staff trying to threaten the people that made it go by dictating the terms. And that's not necessarily how things work. And we have a whole generation of people, it doesn't matter if they're good engineers or not, that think it's cool or the right thing to do to dunk on their boss. Now, the funny thing about this, being an old head, is I'm looking at this go down and I'm like, why the hell would you dunk on your boss on a platform that you apparently hate now? I'm saying, like, they're chasing Twitter clout even on the way out the damn door. Trying to get support. Like, what do you think's going to happen? You think Musk is going to get outvoted and you're going to suddenly come back? Come on. Daniel Fletcher, who appeared to be a software engineer, tweeted Tuesday, I've been fired for unspecified recent behavior in violation of unnamed company policy, i.e. hanging out in the social water cooler. Gonna miss social water cooler. Twitter engineer said on Tuesday that she'd been fired, always can deliver a laugh in the grimmest situation. So yeah, many people getting canceled, getting fired for dunking on the boss, as you would at any company. Now, TikTok is hiring. I got that here. TikTok is going to be hiring 1,000 people in the Bay Area after Twitter and Facebook let people go. But you know what's going to happen, right, TikTok? You know what's going to happen. You hire these people. They're going to destroy your platform too. They're going to come in, we've already got users on TikTok destroying TikTok, but they're going to come into your platform. They're going to work at your company. They're going to bring their Twitter attitude to your company and destroy it from within. So Musk might actually be rooting for this and be like, hey, yeah, go to TikTok. That's a competitor. You go there, you destroy that company. Please go destroy TikTok for me. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.